Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Yoshi,
IMFQ.
and this is the worst Pokemon game ever made. I guess I'll dive in and start the run, and then ramble at a mile a minute because there is so much stuff to talk about at the start that I'm just gonna be rambling for ages, but occasionally I'll have to focus and FQ can ramble in my place.
I'll do my best.
Alright.
This game is, and I quote the runner, a wonderful, amazing game with absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Alright.
Actual quote.
And immediately I have to skip a cutscene that tells you that Yeeks are attacking the Earth, and the first mission is save the animals. So, perfect.
You don't have a choice this time, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we mostly use Dog for this run. Dog is my favourite Pokemon. Hey, I got the skip! So, all the tricks in this game are pure RNG. There's meant to be an alien guarding your way out of the house, but if you walk slightly up, the aliens actually move around and are invisible. And so there's a chance that you just dodge it if you move slightly up on the way through. Also, we're going to try and spend as much time as possible running around as at the moment a dog, but as an animal, because that's faster. Talking of which, Snake is ridiculously fast. Also, I can't morph if there are people on screen, so I have to kind of dip out the way a lot of the time, so that they don't yell at me, or else Tobias will be like, wow, you're not alone, you can't do this, and if you do, you die.
Something I've never been clear on watching these runs is anything, but one of those things is, who is Tobias?
Tobias is the hawk. So in the Animorphs books, they all start off as like a bunch of kids in a school, and really early on, there's this thing where if you stay in a morph for 2 hours, you get stuck as the animal. In game, that actually works. That is actually a thing in game where if you stay in a single morph for like 20 minutes, I think it is, you game over. But the game never tells you that. That will be the lesson of this game, this is a thing, but the game never tells you it. I'm also gonna remember to save regularly, because not saving enough is kind of my downfall in this game. So we pick up a kangaroo because kicking a wolf is super effective. It's basically Pokemon, but with real animals. And
aliens.
And aliens. And for some reason, Kick is super effective against a wolf, and Punch is super effective against elephant. And so we'll spend a lot of the run just like picking up animals just so that we can super effectively punch things. No, don't get into a fight. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna fight this so it doesn't fight me again. So, the story for this stage, by the way, oh my god, please just leave me alone. Once you get into a fight with something that you don't want, getting around them is almost impossible. So the story for this game, by the way, is nothing to do with that kangaroo's escaping. It's nothing to do with the books, basically. Except for one mission, actually. One of the missions is vaguely similar to one of the books. But in this one, it's that the animals in the zoo are going mad and... Oh god, hippos... No! Oh, god damn it. How is the hippo trying to swim on land? I guess that's why it failed. So, yeah, Punch is super effective against elephants. Are you kidding me? How much am I missing this? Alright, that was a bit better by the end. And Wolf is just my best animal at this stage, so... Hippo, please. Okay, thank you. So yeah, Tobias stays as a hawk for too long. Also, when they're in morph, they can talk to each other through, like, telepathy. It's actually just called thought speak in the books. And so, yeah, Tobias will occasionally just yell at you from the other side of the world. I don't want to morph yet. Oh, stupid thing in the menu. If you access the menu, you can't actually cancel out of it again until you press A to go into selecting an animal, and then you can press B to cancel. This lion. Oh my god, the animals are not playing nice today. I'm going to take the opportunity to save. I've never tried to punch an elephant yet. What don't I want at this point? Kangaroo. You can go.
The trick is you have to be a chimp first. Then you should try it.
Ah.
It's super effective. So,
food is healing. I'm actually gonna get Wolf healed up. And then...
So yeah, give us more Animorphs lore. Explain Animorphs to the people.
Oh god. So... Hawk Bajir are an... Oh no. Whoa. That's... Okay, that's really bad. Dog died. That's terrible news. I guess we're 100% reliant on Wolf for this stage right now. Oh god, Wolf, please. Wolf! No way! Oh my god.
Oh, this is spooky.
My last save wasn't too long ago, so I can reset if I need to. Oh yeah, the books are actually really dark. They're also all available for free online now, which is incredible. Like, they released all of the books for free, and I love that. Because I grew up with this book series, and that I owned this game as a kid and never finished it. And you can probably see why. Also, this is the first mini-game.
Time for some Flappy Bat.
The music is amazing. I love it. The music is like my favourite part of all of these mini-games. Oh, Spider. No, really? Really? Sometimes you just can't dodge the enemies and there's nothing you can do about it. Like that. I might just die here. This is 3 hits is a game over.
Did you save?
I saved before coming in, yeah.
Okay.
I can't get through there, yeah. Well, first game over of the run. We'll see a few of those.
I'm supposed to be the voice in their ear to remind them to save, like, every waking moment.
The worst part of getting a game over, by the way, is that when it goes back to the title screen, it starts you on new game. And if you press new game, try to cancel out and go to continue afterwards, the password that you saved is gone. So you have to press continue first time or it's a reset. I do have passwords written down for the start of each chapter, so I can at least go back to those if I fuck up, but it's not a well-made game in any way. Oh god. There's a mini-game on each chapter, and none of them are good. 2 of them are basically identical. Actually, I lie. The final chapter, the hidden chapter, has the best minigame ever. I'll talk more about that when we get there, but on that note, there is a hidden chapter in this game. So for anyone who doesn't know the story behind 125%, this game was at a GDQ a couple years back, and Animorphs did Animorphs thing. The run had to be abandoned after 3 chapters out of 4. And someone made a Reddit thread talking about a 75% world record. It then became out that actually there was a hidden chapter the entire time that you just needed to put in a password for. And so that got promptly called 125%, because if 3 stages is 75% and 4 stages is 100%, it'll be 125% for all of them. Also, we just saved the animals by doing something. I don't know what.
We're out of chapter 1.
So now the Kandrona is basically. So I didn't talk about any of the Animorphs plot other than Hawk Bajir. Basically, in the plot of Animorphs, there's a parasitic alien called Yeeks. They're basically like slugs that crawl into someone's brain and take control of them. The weakness being that every 3 days they have to go and feed at a pool where they absorb what's called Kandrona rays. And so at this point we're off to try and destroy the Kandrona pool. That dog is actually in a really friendly position. Normally it gets completely in the way.
So now you just have a dog casually walking around a school.
Oh, this is another skip, by the way. There's meant to be an alien blocking this office, but if you just walk against the right wall, it doesn't see you. Oh, this is my favourite fight in the game because you always get food from it. Don't do this at home. Toilet food is not to be eaten.
Uh-oh.
I just saved. I just saved, so it's not too bad. Toilet alien killed me. Oh, that's the office, right? That's where it gives me this. No, not mouse. Oh. Yeah, so the Yayaks have already taken over the Hawk-Bajir and the Taxons, as well as a couple of other alien species. The Hawk-Bajir are actually meant to be like they're a pacifist species, but they're covered in like, almost like razor blades. Because they strip bark off of trees. Oh, jeez, I'm forgetting where I'm going because this area is a goddamn maze. So we walk into the library. We picked up a parking pass earlier. Can these please get off screen? So you walk in here and he's like, "Hey, you got the headmaster's pass." Oh, we're talking to the headmaster a lot. Oh, I need to talk to Tobias. Whoops. The headmaster is a known controller. They're called the people who are like have these aliens controlling them are for some reason called controllers. He's a controller. And so we're gonna use his office to figure out where to go. So we had to pick up a mouse earlier because then the cat tries to attack us. No, I just morphed back into mouse. Yeah, so if we're a mouse, the cat comes out to try and catch the mouse, and then we can turn into the family pet cat so that we can go into his house, which is infested by aliens. Because of course it is. Oh my god, they're in really bad positions. Okay.
This town, you'll notice, is also filled with Mario blocks for...
Just tell you what things are. It's like, this is the school.
The school.
So we went into his house and we got the key to his office. We could only get into his house because we spoke to a janitor so that we knew where it was. Also, there's an alien in here that I'm going to try and dodge, but this one is more RNG than the previous ones. I nearly had that. Damn. The aliens move around, by the way. They're invisible, but they move around while they're invisible, and sometimes you can dodge them and sometimes you can't, and there's just, like, habits that make it more likely but not guaranteed. Anyway, I got the disc. The disc will tell us where the pool is, so we're going to go talk to everyone at the mall here. So, by the way, this is Tobias, the hawk. Then it's all the other people, and this is an alien called Axe, who is just standing in broad fucking daylight where nobody's meant to know that these aliens exist. We'll ignore that. But yeah. And so what it tells us is that we should go to the circus. And so we're going to go up to a circus tent that's up here. I don't know why, but...
Middle of the forest.
Yeah. Circus tent in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to grab the chimp again, because we will want to punch out an elephant in a bit. And then I'm also going to morph cat and save. Because cats are really good against lions. For some reason. Alright, I need, I think, 3 hits as dog. Oh, god, it's 6. Okay. Oh, okay, that was actually a really good fight. So then he's like, oh, the lion's calm now, because it was going berserk. And so we're gonna...
Thank you for calming down the lion.
Yeah. So we're gonna turn into a chimp and leave and run around as a chimp going around the circus, and nobody cares that there is a wild animal running around. But we're gonna go punch out the elephant again.
That's one thing that strikes me about this game the most, is how just very casual everything is.
Oh, that's
like, it just seems like there's just aliens walking around, there's wild animals walking around, and nobody seems to pay much mind to it. But if you transform in front of an animal, or like a person, or an alien, You can't do that. That's bad news.
I'm a wild lion that just ran past that person, and they were just like, yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna try and skip them all. Perfect. Cool. That's an important skip. Axe is like, you've got to put the disc in the computer. Oh, Axe just lives out in a tent behind the circus for some reason. It's never explained. No. I want to pick up the food to fully heal there. And now we pick up the mole, because now I can basically walk past it to get out. So if you can skip it on the way through, you want to, so that because you have to skip it once anyway, and that means less running away back and forth. Why am I a lion? I should be dog. Dog is MVP of this run. Like, the dog is easily the best character in this run.
It's very fitting for this marathon.
It really is.
I will say.
So I'm going to be a mole, and here's the second minigame. I hate this
Flappy
one.
mole.
I hate this one. So your jump changes the height based on how long you hold the jump button. So I can do these like little short hops, and then I can hold the button and do this like ridiculous jump. Those are the reason I hate this stage. Those little like blue face enemies.
Like it moves so janky, but it's so fluid. Like they put so much care into animating that mole, but it moves like it's flapping around.
That was a terrible position. Why? I might die a lot here. Okay. The worst part of this minigame is that you come out as a mole surrounded by aliens, so you can't demorph, because then you game over because the aliens saw that you're actually a human, but you can do it in a fight. But now I need to get past all the aliens without getting into fights as a... I didn't make it, okay. Well, once I'm in a fight, I can unmorph and become a dog, and that's fine. I have to fight one of these here. Run to this corner where there's
Save.
Nothing. Oh, I'm not alone because there's somebody's feet at the top. Yeah, save, definitely. Turn into an elephant, save. This fight is a disaster. So this fight is awful for some reason. It's like a super-powered Hawk Bajir all of a sudden that is murdering me. Oh, what the hell?
This is the run killer. This is the run killer.
Ah, this is awful. Wow, yeah, no, this is definitely dead. Definitely dead. Yeah, mouse and mole are not doing any damage at all.
Got halfway.
The worst part is the passwords. So the passwords drop you where it saves the password, which for this is right at the start. So I'm now walking around as a human, which is really slow, and back surrounded by aliens, so... I'll get into a fight there so I can run around as a dog. So that I can eat this one. Oh, Taxons, by the way, are basically... they're animals that will... or aliens that will eat anything. Like, their lore is literally that they are always hungry all the time, and, like, when the characters morph into them, they have to, like, fight against their instincts so much, because their instincts are just to eat literally anything they see. Please. 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 Eh! Go lion!
Second try is really good there. Alright, part 3, the water level.
So they tell us there's trouble on a nearby island. We're going to pick up a rat. That gets us a password.
Explain this one to me. Why does fighting an animal let you turn into an animal?
So the idea in Animorphs is that they're meant to basically get hold of the animal and like hold on to it for a certain amount of time to get the morph. Like it's basically they have to like absorb its DNA. In this game, there's no option to do that unless you fight the animal first, and then it's, I don't know, it pacifies it. Also, so this is one of the stupid skips coming up. You're meant to go off to the coast, pick up a seal that lets you fight the dolphin in the water. That's really slow. So, I'm gonna save while I'm at it. This is also kind of slow and very RNG, but this is way faster than the alternative. Yay! Oh my god. Ugh, I need to morph. Let me off the boat so I can morph. Okay, so we'll turn back into a dog. And we have to come up to the mall and talk to Tobias again, who's like, you need to find a boat. The end. We have the best minigame coming up, by the way. That's the seal I'm meant to get to fight the dolphin, and it's not very good at fighting. So I want to talk to this guy, and he's like, the trip is dangerous, but there are 10 pearls offshore, and if you get those, then I'll take you on a boat ride. And so we're going to turn into a dolphin and swim offshore. There are exactly 10 pearls in this minigame. They spawn at random, and if I miss one, it's game over. For some reason, I can't just dive back down and try again. It's just game over if I fail. Also, do you love the collision of the enemy hitbox there, obscuring the pearl because they're not hidden away properly?
This game.
I love it. I'm sure there was more we had to talk about. What haven't I mentioned? Funnily enough, the dog is actually in the books. The dog will come up in a bit, but the dog that they're all morphing into, the leader of the Animorphs, Jake, has a dog called Homer. And that's the dog morph that everyone has at the start in this game. The reason they all have it is because Jake has a dog called Homer.
I'll just pet the dog.
It's a golden retriever. They're all morphing into a golden retriever.
Definitely what that dog is.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, you got this. This is good. I'm gonna fight this crab so that I can turn into a dog. Oh, that doesn't do it. No, go off screen. Go away. Okay, I can morph dog here. Save. No, Taxon, please. So there's a cheetah up here that no, please. Please. Hello? Come on! This is what happens when they get in your way. Okay. Hello? Also, I love that the fight theme is just the title theme reused. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Oh god, dodge this again. I can't morph right now, and this sucks. Okay. I'm gonna save here and fight this Taxon, and hope I can kill it in time to get health. Okay, cool. We're good. So this is another part where I want to dodge sharks, so that I can come in here, get that part. There's a password literally one step up. And now I'll fight the shark, because I might just die here. And if I do, I want the save to be after I've done all of that.
Dolphin punches the shark.
Yeah, dolphin punches. What did I just get rid of?
No.
I just mashed and got rid of something. I hope that wasn't too bad. Oh, I got rid of dog. Oh.
Perfect.
That's actually fine. I'm sorry to say. I don't need dog for this stage. I'm also going to safety strat here. There's a new password there, and there are squid here. I can demorph in the water, but then I can't move because people can't walk on water, apparently.
Are you sure?
Oh my god, this is terrible against them. What? Let's try... Oh, okay, biting it is better. Okay. I don't have notes for the safety strat written down. Oh, come on. Come on, shark. Shark? Shark? No. Okay. I can get rid of a rat. That's fine. And we're good. So I've got a squid. That's my backup. Yep. So we'll just turn into a cheetah. Nobody minds that there's a cheetah running around their, like, little secret alien base. We pick up a table. Yeah, I think it's meant to be like a disc or something, like a computer disc, but you just pick up the whole table and apparently that's fine. I need one alien on screen. Come on. There we go, that'll do. So I can actually just morph into this and it's fine, as long as I kill it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare kill my dolphin, no! Oh no, okay, that's bad. Oh my god, this is really bad. I might die here and have to go back to my last save, which was at the squid. Got food, okay. I'm gonna save here and just try and do it with shark and squid. I do want to fight one more so that I definitely have enough food to, like... Yeah, I'm at full. Okay. The computer's in this room. Thankfully, none of the aliens are nearby, because that alien can definitely walk on screen and is a nightmare when it does. Taxon, no. Okay. We set up an auto-destruct. We... Oh, God. Pick up a processor. Walk down here. Save. Turn into a shark. Lyran, by the way, are like, again, they're meant to be a peaceful species normally, but they're being possessed by Yeerks, or controlled by Yeerks. Come on. Come on. Alright, well, I'm glad I got the squid. Yeah, perfect. And that's chapter 3 done. Okay, so this is the one that's actually vaguely based on one of the books. In one of the books, they actually... You're meant to... You find out that there's a thing called The Sharing, which is disguised as, like, a beach getaway club camp thing. But it's actually a way for them to... Where am I going? This is the wrong direction. It's actually a way for them to turn people into Yeerks without, like, drawing attention to it. Holy shit, my map is completely off. And so we're going to infiltrate them. So you walk in as a human, and Tom, who is Jake's brother, is like, hey, the sharing's coming up. Why don't you take my badge and join us? But you don't want to say yes, because they can't know that you're, like, meant to be there and then you're not. But you come back in as literally Tom's pet dog, and he doesn't suspect a thing, and you steal the pass and the information about where it's going to be, and I don't know. So we'll do that. We'll walk around the slow way.
You just hang out at the mall.
Yeah, everyone's just hiding. Yeah. And we'll come down here to get a seagull. And turn into the seagull. I need to avoid that bridge, but make sure to get this text box or I softlock the game later. Turn back into a dog. Hello? Walking is hard. 100% saving. This is the spookiest fight in probably the entire run. Just did like 40 damage to me. Ah, no! I got it! I got it! Oh my god. Okay, only the grizzly matters. I don't need dog for the upcoming sections, so that's actually fine. I will probably try and play a little bit safer to make up for it. Don't go near bridges. No. Oh, what are you doing down there? So I have to catch a trout as a grizzly, which I guess makes sense. Trout, please. Thank you. And so we'll eat the trout, literally using bite on it, which makes perfect sense. And we'll swim in here. So this is a fun moment. Earlier I pointed out that the human couldn't walk in water. Trout cannot move on land! So I have to save, morph, even though there's an alien on screen, which then kills me when I run away. If I run away. Hello? There we go. So now I game over, because I morphed in front of an alien, continue, and I come back as a human so I can move. This is a really well-made game, right? Like, I don't know how they didn't think about that one. I know that's, like, the standard joke of, like, this is a well-made game and everything, but, like, you walk from water onto land and they don't put you in a form that can walk on land? Like, really? Alright, 100% saving here. This is one of the scariest sections. So I need to pick up the wolf. Oh, I'm using the wrong attack. I should be punching these. And then I never hit again and die. Wow. Cool. Seagull can kick, apparently. But never hit with it. No, not seagull.
I was watching back Yoshi's first run of this, where this fight took a long time.
It's awful. It's like the whole game is so much RNG, but it's at least fast to get out of, so it doesn't feel so bad. Wolf, please. Oh. Come on. We won't comment on this NPC. I don't, So I have to talk to you, and they're like, I'm being attacked! And so we come here, and we go, wolf. Wolf. I need the wolf to not die. It just took 60! Oh god, don't kill me. Okay, good. I need to demorph. Switch to dog, apparently, which I don't actually have. Oh, this is awful. Okay, I got it. So I talk to them again, and they're like, thanks, I've been hunting seals. So we come down here, we go orca, and we hunt the seal. I'm gonna... I don't want to save here, though, because saving here is really bad. I'm gonna not save and just hope I can get through this next section with basically just a wolf. It's not very reliable, but... Oh, Yeeks, by the way, when you fight them normally, are, like, absolutely free, and I just use them to heal. I have to fight this one just to get it out the way. God, this next section is going to be a disaster. This is awful. No, I need to go pick up a polar bear. I'm gonna save with the setup I've got now, because I keep my morphs if I die, but I come back before the wolves. And I'm gonna try and get the polar bear. It's not very reliable. Come on, wolf. Come on, wolf, please. Wolf. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh my god, okay. And now I can morph wolf and go eat slugs again to heal.
Delicious slugs.
Not quite at full. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, fine, you can... There we go. Now I'm at full. I'm going to save again just because I got my polar bear. So you might recognize this minigame. if I hold the jump button, I jump the. It's literally just the mole mini game all over again. It's exactly.
Ice.
Yeah. It's like same controls. There's no ice physics. There's nothing. Same enemies show up. Like it is literally a reskinned version of the mole mini game. Except the enemies look more like Judge Dredd this time for some reason.
What is the background? Are those bricks?
I think so. I don't know
Those are
why, but
gigantic
yes.
bricks.
Oh, I landed on that one. Well. Oh, please let me through. Okay, good.
Like, think about how large a seal is. Those bricks are as large as the seal.
Oh, but what? How did that clip? Come on. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, so it just drops you a certain distance back, and it doesn't account for, like, your movement at all. So, yeah, that was a spooky moment. I hate these minigames so much. Except for the last one. The last one is really good. Alrighty, so I do not want to be a seal. So let's turn into a, oh god, I guess wolf?
Save.
Save, yes, oh god. No, not you, go away. Ah, let me through. Let me... Collisions are weird in this game, you might have noticed. So I want to go up to this, grab this... that destroys a satellite by doing that. Get the processor. I'll save again just in case. It's the same password, but whatever. And then we'll come up and fight this one. Oh, I meant to claw this, apparently. Okay. We'll try and claw down the hawk, Vegeta. So this is the last chapter, by the way, technically. And that's the end for the any percent. That's a new PB for any percent, I think.
Cheers.
But now, so the 125% is there's a hidden chapter in this game. So,
Time to summon the dark hippie.
yeah. So I have to put in a password. And this didn't get discovered for ages. I think it was after the GDQ run, because it turns out nobody looked at Animorphs. Nobody gave a damn about this game until ages later when it became a meme. Oh, I missed a letter. It's dark happy, but like, for some reason it's DQ arc happy. So nobody knew this chapter existed for a long time, and then after the GDQ run, people started looking into the game code to figure out stuff, and found just an entire chapter that was completed but not accessible in the normal game, where you play as Axe, who is the Andalite. And so there are no saves in this chapter. That's the first thing I have to mention. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully it goes fine. So we run through the circus. We don't want to pick up anything here. There is nothing here right now. I want to try and hug the left wall here to... No, never mind. Didn't skip it, because it was on my left. That's another one of those skips that makes no sense. I got caught behind a tree? Really? You come down here and there's just another processor for some reason. I don't know why. And then we're going to stock up on animals. The thing I didn't mention, so by the way, the last chapter with the beach mission at the sharing and all of that, that was the one that was actually in the books. There is a beach, the sharing is a thing in the books, and you do use a morph to, it is actually Homer the dog that you morph into to infiltrate the sharing to get information on the Yeek activity to find their pool. Like, that is actually one of the plots in the books. What am I doing? I want to be a chimp to punch out an elephant.
What? Give us the lore for chapter 5. What's...
All of the Animorphs have been captured somehow, despite the fact that nobody's meant to know who any of them are. And you are playing as Axe, who is like the one Andalite. The Andalites are the alien species that had the morphing ability to begin with, and they gave it. One of them was dying, who it turned out was Axe's brother, and they give in the books they give that morphing ability to the Animorphs. In this, then they find Axe later, and he joins their team and everything. Oh my god, I forgot how stupid this section is. I have to go into the forest here. There's an alien. And so, yeah, in this one, the Andalite shuttle comes down. You literally have to... Wait. Oh, right. I have to literally go look at this TV screen to land the ship again, and then leave. Okay, so now we're near enough to Tobias, who's been captured on this ship. Wait. What? Where's the spider? There. I want to get rid of probably Chimp at this point. And then...
Manager, I just noticed that.
Manager, yeah. Oh god. And then I want to look at that weird pod put in the processor. And again here. There are three more up here. And then they're like, oh no, there's an alien weapon that's been readied up and we're going to destroy the ship or something. I'm going to eat these for health. No, I'm not morphing. I just want to see what's healthy. Yik, can you just wander off screen quickly? Thank you. I don't really care about the kangaroo's health quite so much. Cool. So then we're going to come up here. Oh, no, not hawks. Come on. Okay, we're going to grab a spacesuit. And they're like, you need to turn into a morph that... These enemies are in terrible positions. Oh my gods. You need to be in a morph that can wear the spacesuit. It's like a human spacesuit. And so you have to have the chimp morph to do this section. I can't morph. I have to fight both of these because I can't turn back into an Andalite. Also, for some reason, even though they're meant to, the whole plot is meant to be that you can't morph because they'll realize you're a human, you can't morph even when you're the Andalite. Also, you don't need to morph into the chimp, you just need to have it, and then you morph Andalite. So this is the last minigame. I need to watch out for a satellite thing here at some point. That one. Which didn't hit me, and so I'm going to put down the controller and ramble for a bit. This is the rest of the minigame. Yeah. So yeah, in this chapter, all the Animorphs have been captured, and I need to go to the Yik spaceship to capture them. Eventually I'll fight Visa 3, who is like the big bad in the books, who is the only Yik to capture an Andalite, so he can also morph. But for some reason, when you fight him in this, he's not an Andalite, he's like this weird blob alien creature.
Like a beholder or something? I
don't know, so like, it has like 3 faces and a lot of tentacles. This is the minigame. It's the longest minigame as well, I'm pretty sure.
Appreciate the soundtrack for a moment. How it sounds like the game is lagging, but I promise you it is not.
Yeah, it's just like that. So I'm gonna come down here, disable that, probably have to fight you. I should be biting these, it does 20 instead of... Oh, it's only doing 15 now. Hawks apparently have more health all of a sudden. And so we're going to turn into a spider because for some reason the spider is really, really good against the salamander. I don't know, but then we're going to get rid of it for our salamander. We need salamander.
Is there a salamander on a spaceship?
Who knows? Yeah, we don't question these things in this game. It just kind of... I don't know. The game is something. I just need this hawk to move out my way now. Please. No. So close. There we go. Oh, and straight into next. Drive disabled. Drive disabled. Can you... Oh my god, can you get out of my way again? Use the salamander morph to pick the locks. So we come through here, and then we can't actually go into the next area unless we go salamander to do that. We free Marco, we free Jake, we free Cassie. Come back round this way. Not if there are aliens there, we don't. Oh, can you just move, please? Oh my god. One gets out of the way and the other one moves in.
As you can see, a PB is built on hopes and prayers here.
I'm just gonna run forward and hope I don't die to it. Oh my god, this is bad. I should not be doing this right. Okay, fine.
Yeah, don't do
fine.
that.
I'm just gonna eat both of them, go through, and then morph dog. Morph salamander even. Okay, Tobias is free, and the last one, Rachel. And now we'll unmorph, go back to Wolf, I want to say. And then they're like, go find Vista 3 and fight them. And Vista 3 is this thing walking around and looks like that for some reason. I don't know why.
He's very happy to see you.
Like I say, in the books, Vista 3 is an Andalite, which is what I am when I'm not morphed. In this chapter. And I don't know why Vista 3 is suddenly a blob alien thing, but Vista 3 is a blob alien thing. So anyway, we fight Vista 3, who is actually probably one of the easiest bosses in the entire run. I need this Taxon to get out of the way. Thank you. And then we come into this room. We come out on a ship. We walk in, the ship lands. Oh, fine, the hitbox for that is really weird. Walk in, and investigate the TV, and there's an incoming message. That's a new PB.
Easy game.
Oh. There we go. Oh, ignore that. I pressed the wrong button earlier, but yeah. There we go. That is a new PB by like 8 minutes. Woo.
Thanks to Randy Wilson.
The music, Randy Wilson, yep, our absolute hero. That went really smoothly. I'm actually really surprised.
That was actually pretty good.
This game can be an absolute disaster. I died once to the Chapter 2 Hawk Bajir, but otherwise that was... like, all the boss fights went really well. I lost Dog in Chapter 1, but... God, I'm sure we had so much we were going to talk about, and I hope we've covered it all. Oh, my sound died because I tried to look at my notes.
I mean, by the 5th chapter, my notes just devolve into what is going on.
Most of this game is what is going on, but I love it. Like I say, the books are now all available for free online, so that's great. And there aren't many people who run this game for probably good reason, but it's a disaster and I love it, and I hope other people can appreciate. This is like the Room of video games in my mind, and I hope everyone else appreciates it as much as I do.